obviously you're on MySpace. I've seen you there. Is there any other place you're at online, and where can people find your music and get your CD?
Well, if you can buy the CD on iTunes. If you just go on iTunes, you can search Bone and the Tide, and it's up there. I've got a Facebook account, which is facebook.com/Bowen and the Tide. My YouTube account is youtube.com/Bowen and the Tide. Um, the Twitter account is twitter.com/Bowen and the Tide. And then my MySpace is the same, just MySpace/Bowen and the Tide. So it's really, really easy to find me.
Yeah. So, what else do you have going on? I mean, you're writing new music all the time. Obviously, you're doing
Yeah.
shows, and I mean, what's coming up for you?
Well, I've got there's something going on. I did a big radio live session about 3 weeks ago with I don't know if you have it in the US, but it's called the BBC,
Oh, I've heard of
and
it.
they're getting me they're getting me really recognised over in the UK, here in the UK, and I'm going on to national radio, and it's all getting a bit. They're really supporting me basically.
Wow, that's good. So,
Um, and so that's coming up, and really it's just slugging it now. And I've only really just set this project up. I've been going for about 2 months. I released the EP about a month and a half ago, and I'm just pushing it as much as I can now, and just touring and gigging. I'm going to shoot a music video hopefully in about a month's time, maybe 2 months' time.
wow.
But nothing's confirmed with that yet, so
Yeah.
I can't tell you too much about
Yeah.
that.
No.
But yes, I mean, there's a lot going on.
Wow, that is good. I mean, and in just the short time since you've started all this, I mean, you've apparently, I mean, everybody's been talking about you over here. I mean, on Twitter and everything. And
Yeah,
then when I do my shows, and like I said, everybody's been requesting your music. And I said, well, of course, he's always on my show. It wouldn't be any other way.
yeah, oh, great.
But
Yeah, and I mean, I've been talking to Lee as well, and we are sort of talking about me going over to the US and doing some shows because the support's been so great. And it's really important for me to go over and play in the US.
oh yeah, you would do
Um,
very well over here with the response that I've seen of you so far. Oh, you wouldn't have any problem over here.
and yeah, so I mean that's nothing sorted yet, but hopefully in the new year there'll be something on the table.
Cool, cool. So what do you think of the music industry as it is today compared to how it was like say in the 80s and 90s? I know it has changed a lot and it's
It's
not really
completely
easy.
different.
Yeah.
It's completely. I mean, independent artists can really blossom, right, as opposed to sort of really major label sign bands. It's you can really get somewhere doing it by yourself, and even to the point of, I mean, I recorded all my own music, and you can really take it on yourself now, and you can release it all by yourself, and it's you don't need these big organisations to help you out to get the music out because of the internet. And
Exactly.
it's I mean, 20 years ago, the US wouldn't have even been able to hear any of my music
Mm,
just because it wouldn't have been accessible yet without the backing of a big label.
exactly. And see, now it's a lot
Yeah,
easier too, where you don't have that big label or those people taking a big chunk of what they call their service charge out of it. Like back then, a CD probably cost like maybe $10 US money. And the
yeah.
bands were lucky if they say saw $1 of that, and the rest went to the
Oh,
record
yeah.
label, the
I mean, and
producers, and everybody.
for the first sort of thousands of sales of those CDs, they wouldn't have seen anything for it until the record label got the money back for the recording of it. You know?
Exactly, and a lot of bands, there's still some new people out there that aren't quite sure what it's like, but yeah, they think, like I know, and that's how it happened back in the 80s. All these people hit fame and fortune real fast. They lived in these nice houses, drove these fast cars and stuff, but they don't realize that these guys didn't have the money to do that. All that stuff was given to them, from these record labels, but they didn't see a penny of any royalties or anything until all that stuff was, recouped and paid back. So,
yeah,
you know, a lot of people didn't last very long, and now they have come back and they're doing things independently, and where they get more of it, and they're depending a lot on the touring and CD sales and merchandise
yeah.
and all that stuff. So they have more
And
control over it, and they're even starting some of their own record labels as well.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's why I try and do everything as much as I can by myself. Like I record it so I don't have to pay a producer to record my music for me, and I release it myself. So there's no sort of independent label or major label to take a cut from it.
Exactly.
I book everything. I book all the gigs by myself. There's no booking agent to pay. You know, and that's the beauty of the music industry now is you can do that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm.
Well, I don't want to keep you too much longer because you're getting ready to go on in about a half an hour, but I want to thank you
Yeah,
for taking time out to talk with us. You're welcome
that's
back
okay.
anytime. You know, anytime if something's going on, you know where to find me. You can come back on
Yeah,
anytime. You know, keep in touch and let us know what's going on with you.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, you have a good show tonight, and we'll talk again real soon.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Diane.
All right. Thank you. Have a fun night.
All right, cheers. You too.
All
Take
right.
care.
Bye.
Bye bye.